everybody. It's Michelle, and I have got such a fun punch art project for you guys today. I've had so much fun coming up with this. We're going to do little birdies, and I thought that would be so cute for springtime. And I'm going to be using a couple of sets of unbranded dies that I got on eBay. And I will leave the links in the description below for you guys, because I really think that you need to get these two sets of dies. I think they're going to be so versatile, and I have a lot of ideas already with these. You guys know that I rarely use a shape as it was originally intended. When I look at shapes, I start to imagine what other objects I could create from that shape. And that's what I've done here with the little birdies, and I've got a lot more ideas in mind coming up with these. So the top set here is a set of leaves, and these all came in one set together across the top here, and it is 3 different leaf shapes. The first one has 4 different sizes, the second one has 2 different sizes, and this one here on the end has 3 sizes. And as you can see, each shape comes attached to each other, and you just clip those loose with your wire snips or something like that. I haven't used this shape, so I haven't clipped them apart yet, but you guys can see what you've got there to work with, and I do have ideas for these as well. And then there is this shape here that I also have ideas for, and I can't wait to use these. But this set here is the ones we're going to be using today, and they are sort of a curved leaf shape. And then this here, I only used 1 branch from, but this all comes bound together as well, and I just cut loose the 1 branch that I'm going to be using today. And what this is intended to be is very cartoony style trees, and this is like the tree trunk, and then you cut a shape for the tree top, and you can do it in simple ovals or whatever different shape you want to use for the top of your tree for a very cartoony look. But the first idea that came to mind for me was a birdie's foot, and from these here I used the largest one for the birdie itself, and you see if you turn it sideways, it's kind of his little beak there and his tail curving upward. And then I used the smallest one to create a little wing. And I've got an example for you guys that I already did ahead of time, and then we'll do one together to show you guys how it goes together. And there is my little birdie, and I think he is so cute. I think that is just adorable. I've got his wing popped up on some foam tape for dimension, and I just love these little birdies. I had so much fun. So I went ahead and cut out my die cut shapes to save a little bit of time, but I will show you guys exactly what I did. And for his feet, I just used that branch die that I showed you before from that set, and I cut out 2 in a craft cardstock to be his feet. And then I got sort of a cloudy blue paper, and I cut that out for his body and his wing. And as you can tell, he's facing in a different direction from my yellow bird, and I'll show you how I did that. For the yellow bird, I used some paper from my Miss Sparkle and Company, the smaller pad with the bright watercolors that I got on my second trip back recently. If you remember, I used some of that for my ice cream cone punch art, and I thought it would be really cute for our little birdies too. And I just placed my die on there, and I chose a spot in my watercolor paper that was a little bit lighter because I wanted my birdie to be a light yellow. And then I chose a spot with a darker yellow for his wing. And then what I did for the blue one, I had this in my stash from many, many years ago. And I wanted to cut that cloudy blue area in between the little flower designs there and cut that out for my birdie. But I wanted him facing the other direction, so I just flipped my paper over to the opposite side. And I put that on there and run it through my Cuttlebug upside down so that when I flip that piece out, he would be facing the other way. And I did the same thing for the wing as well, trying to pick a dark spot so his wing would be a little bit darker. And then for his beak, I used an orange from that first pastel watercolor paper pack that I got. Also the Miss Sparkle and Company. And I used the orange color. And I went ahead and cut out the whole bird shape or leaf shape to show you guys exactly, so you can tell exactly what it is that I did here. And again, since it's with my bird facing the other way, I cut it from the back side as well so that my curves would be going in the same direction. And I'm just going to cut out a little portion on the beak side, and you guys can see I did that here. And with the first one, I just cut some off of the edge. Like I said before, I just wanted you guys to be clear on what it was that I was doing with that. And if you do purchase these dies, you'll kind of get familiar with the shape and you'll know which end is the one you use for your beak when you get these, and you can just put that end on the edge and cut off a small piece if you want to keep from wasting your cardstock. And I think I have lost one of my birdie's legs. Here we go. It's off to the side. And once you get those shapes cut out, it is so simple. You just stick everything together. We're going to be using some jewels for his eyes. And these are the black flatback adhesive rhinestones from Walmart. And I will also leave you guys a link to those. So I'm just going to bring my other bird in as a reference to help me figure out where I want everything to be. And to pop up his wing, I'm just going to use some of my foam mounting tape from Dollar Tree. And I actually cut that in half for the first one because I didn't need the whole thing. So I'm just going to use that other half. And peel off my backer. And then I can take my reverse tweezers to hold on to that and help me find the perfect placement before I press it on there the way I want it. And I think that looks good. So we'll put his wing right there. And then for his legs, I'm going to kind of lay them out here on my craft mat to try to get them the way I want them. That one's bent up a little bit. There we go. And get those kind of level. And you guys can put it where he's a little short-legged bird or a long-legged bird. However you want it to look, it's up to you. So what I'm going to do is bring in some of my art glitter glue, and I'm going to leave those positioned just like they are because that's the way I like them. And then put some art glitter glue very lightly on the tops of his legs. And then I can bring him in and get my placement the way I want it again before I press that down. And I think that looks good right there. And I'll just wipe off that art glitter glue from whatever part of his legs is still sticking out. That will dry clear and it's not going to hurt anything. And he's already looking so cute, and all he needs is a black rhinestone for an eye. And his beak. So you guys can see this is the direction that it goes in. So what I did first of all was to take that and fold it right from that point. And if you want to, you can bring in your scoring board if you have one. If not, just fold it. It's not going to matter all that much. And just line the tip of that beak area up right in the crease of your scoring board and just score that. And then I want to give it a fold, crease it down, and then I'm going to fold it the opposite way and crease it again. And that way when we fold that back out, that's going to make our line. And then all I have to do is take my scissors and cut that with a little bit of a rounded side over there. I'm going to hold it up there first and see if I'm happy with the size. And I actually think that looks really good. I think that's a good size. So I'm going to stick with that and put some art glitter glue on his beak. And I did this mainly because of the blue bird that I knew I wanted to do with something like the yellow one that's a very light color. You could even just color that section of the yellow cardstock with whatever kind of markers you have. And I think that would look really good too. And that is a complete birdie, and that was so super simple and super quick. I just love these. I think these would be gorgeous on cards or scrapbook pages or gift tags or whatever you want to use them for. I think they're so cute. So you guys leave a comment below and let me know what you think of my punch art birdies. Let me know if you're enjoying the punch art. I've got so many ideas spinning around in my head and I can't wait to make more punch art videos. I really hope you guys are enjoying it too. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a like over on my Facebook page and be sure to join our Facebook group Crafty Minds. Also follow me on Pinterest and Instagram, and don't forget to visit my blog. I'll put the links to everything in the description below, so be sure and check them out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.